And approve the couple of things. I said, do you have a long report other than yours?
After the awards, let them go.
You guys ready?
Yeah, and yeah, you're gonna hand it over to me also.
Good evening.
I know.
Welcome to the December 17th, 2024 regular session of the Board of Education. This is Joe Cilio, President of the Board of Education speaking. Thank you for attending in person or through Zoom. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Due notice of today's meeting has been provided to the public and each member of the Board of Education as required by law. Tina, will you please take attendance? Present.
Present.
Present. Present. Present. Present. Present.
Present. At this time, I have a motion to accept the agenda for December 17th, 2024 regular session as presented.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. At this time, I'd like to hand it over to Dr. Sinha. We'll move forward with student, athlete, and coaches recognition.
Thank you, Mr. Cilio. So this evening, it's wonderful to have our audience packed with students. And it's really an honor and a privilege to recognize our remarkable student athletes and their dedicated coaches, their tireless efforts on the fields, in the classrooms, and in their many other pursuits embody the very spirit of excellence and commitment. Through discipline, teamwork, and perseverance, they have brought pride to our school community, earning accolades both locally and at the state level. We celebrate not only their victories, but also their character and determination, which really inspires us all. So before I turn it over to Mr. Ramirez, I also want to acknowledge our special guests that are here this evening. Assemblyman Ra, he's here. Hempstead Town Supervisor Don Clavin. And Councilman Thomas Muscarella. Really want to thank you all for being here, and you're just such great supporters of our school, so thank you. And Mr. Ramirez, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Good evening. Winning cultures are built on habits, not hype. It's the consistent effort, the commitment to excellence, and the belief that success is earned every single day. The athletes that we are recognizing today, the coaches and the programs, exemplify this in every which way, every day, and the culmination of their season. We're very proud of everything they've accomplished and will continue to do. I'm proud to be their athletic director. I always say Garden City is a very special place. It amazes me that every year new records are broken, new barriers are there, in a place where such a history of success that they continue to raise the bar. Tonight's athlete, we're going to start with our swimmers. We had two all-state swimmers. I'll call them up: Charlotte Kohner, Maddie Gebhardt. Charlotte, as the only 8th grader to advance to the finals in the 100 fly of the states, secured an impressive 16th place. She also made it back to the finals in the 500 freestyle, finishing 19th overall. Maddie, also all-state, finished 16th place in the 200 freestyle and claimed 20th place in the 500 freestyle. Very competitive pool of swimmers here on Long Island. So to not only advance to the state championships, but to place is a tremendous accomplishment. Congratulations.
Yay. Maybe at the end, we'll do that.
Our next individual athlete is Ryan McAlay. Ryan? I'm not sure if the coaches are here, but coaches, if you're here, please come up with the athletes. That would be great. Ryan is an all-state cross-country runner. He finished 13th at the New York State Championships. Also competed at the New York State Federation, finishing 300 out of, 50th out of 300 at the Federation, which includes private, parochial, and city school runners. He ran a 16:01 in the 5K at the state championships, which is a phenomenal time. Congratulations, Ryan. This next group of athletes are varsity girls soccer team. We're the Nassau County Championships champions for the first time since 2017. Come up. If I can have coaches and athletes come up. I think we're going to put you guys on stage so the picture comes out a little better. Yeah. We're sure.
Okay.
All right.
Should we get
Big wave,
maybe
big
Don
wave.
Craven and all? What's up there? All right? Okay, let me just tell them.
No. So with the teams, I would love to sit here and tell you the individual accolades because we had a number of all county, honorable mention, all conference, all state players, but we'd be here for an extra 2 hours. So I'm just going to highlight some of the overall team accomplishments. The girls soccer team were recognized with the Bob Bigelow Award, which goes out to the most outstanding soccer team overall, regardless of classification. They had a phenomenal year. We're looking for bigger and better things. Pressure's on for the underclassmen, but I'm sure you'll live up to that. Congratulations again. First Nassau County champions for girls soccer since 2017.
Something for all of you. You get to rip it off there and hands on your championship. Come on.
If I could have Charlotte, Maddie, and Ryan come back up, please.
Not his bionic knees. That's the same. Try not to remember. Did a couple of hands. Never even attempted that. Oh, I'm tired. I'm not saying to do it fast. Took me to steep. It's actually two. Right here, folks. Otherwise, look. You're right there. 1, 2, 3.
All right, this next team is the picture of consistency. They've won the last 11 Nassau County championships. This year, they went on to win the Long Island Championship, battled hard at the state semifinals, came up a little short, but I am sure they will continue down that route to a state championship, and that is our Long Island champion field hockey team, varsity field hockey. No problem. Thank you. Feel better already. Good job.
All right, everyone look here.
Bring the sign towards us, top the sign. Yeah, there you go. And a couple from there. Look, two more, one more, 1, 2, and. Thank you. Ladies. Everybody get your next one.
All right, this next group of student athletes finished their season 12-0. They were voted by the coaches as the most outstanding team in Nassau County, awarded the Rutgers Cup. They won their 9th consecutive Nassau County championship, which is a Nassau record, a 4th consecutive Long Island championship, which is a Long Island record. They're on a 54-game win streak, which is a Long Island record, second most longest current streak in the nation. That is our varsity football team, 2024 Long Island champions. That's all right. Just while they're up there, I want to say that the showdown between Sayville and Garden City was a first-time showdown. Well, I think it might have been second, but highly anticipated as two of the best programs on Long Island. And it lived up to that. The game was phenomenal, 31-28 win for us.
It's painful. What he does is he'll move your arm. I can't move my arm. And he's like, well, move it. And then he starts moving a little bit. And eventually everything starts moving. I went to the guy who's in his home still at it. It's like part of the physical therapy thing. Yeah, it's really good. I should look into it. ART.
I can't not. Oh, wait, guys, I got one. Stay. Watch this. Because you're the longest streak, we made a little bit of a special sign for you with a number that keeps you adjusted. go. Look right here, guys. Another one. One more. 1, 2, and 3. Look right here. Congratulations, guys. Great team. Great job.
What do we even aside from last year? I was moved here instead.
Right here on 3. Quick look. 2 more. 1 more. 1, 2, and. Yep.
So last but certainly not least, we talked about when you can do something for the first time, how special that is, especially at Garden City. This next group of young men put together a dream season, finished the season 23-0, had 18 shutouts, finished the season with an overall #1 ranking in New York State. When you talk about dominant play from game 1 to game 23, they dominated their opponents. They did that through their hard work, their preparation, but most importantly, they believed that they could be the first group to do something that had never been done, and they did that. They won the New York State Championship, the first one in boys soccer for Garden City. Congratulations, our varsity boys soccer team. If I can have the soccer players and coaches come up. There can always be many, but there can only be one first, and that'll be you guys. Congrats. Yeah.
Very exciting. Very exciting. Guys, you couldn't fail it, guys. You ripped it open. Gotta take the top of that slide. Tip it forward. Tip that foot top. There you go. Little floor. There you go. Right there. 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. Quick foot. Drop some more. Really big. Two more. 1 more. They're right there. Over here.
So I just want to close with 3 quick things before I give the mic back. One is thank you to everyone that supported these young men and women. For the athletes, please understand, I know that you guys put all the work on the field, but this doesn't happen without the support of many, many people, parents, Board of Ed, high school administration, district administration. Everyone fully buys into supporting what you're trying to do. And the end result is here. So make sure you thank everyone involved. I want to thank our coaches especially because there are a lot of hours that they spend away from home, family, and other things that call to them to build on our Garden City community. So thank you to our coaches. The second thing is, nope, sorry. What makes this fall more amazing is not that the championships were won, but to do it in the same season with the same pool of student athletes. When you have multiple championships in boys and girls in the same season, very difficult to do in any sport, in any school, at any level. So congratulations for that. And I wish everyone happy holidays. Thank you. Good luck.
Congratulations. Social media, website.
Very proud of these guys. Oh, by the way, those two, I get it. I'm the king of the flip. You guys really well done. Yeah, well done. Really, absolutely. Blessed to have a story, but that's good. That's communication right there. Got it.
Oh my
Oh my. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing.
Oh, yeah? Okay, that would be nice. Yes, for sure.
That's really yes.
Thank you.
Should we, it's ready? I know. You want to start?
Yeah, now you can start. Now continue with the.
At this time, I'm going to have Mrs. DiCaprio provide the treasurer's report.
Thank you, Mr. Cilio. This is the treasurer's report for October 2024. We had a cash balance of the beginning of the month of 41,192,020. During October, we had receipts totaling 15,339,839. We had disbursements of 9,780,725, leaving us with a closing balance of 46,751,134. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sino. We do your superintendent's report, please.
Yeah, I have a few more items that I wanted to just report on. One is our concerts. I don't know, I think some of you here on the board, you've been to our concerts, amazing. From our UPK students to all the way to the high school. And we have 2 more concerts left this week. And I tell you, our concerts, it's hard to believe there are children in our district. They're amazing. And there's tremendous talent, without a doubt, in our district. And I want to take a moment to thank our music teachers because they do an extraordinary job putting together these concerts, and they're spectacular. And also Miss Amanda Hauser, who is our coordinator for music and fine arts. She's at every single event and really has taken the level of these performances up another notch. I always tell the teachers, I don't know what's going to happen next year because they're so good. I also wanted Ms. Bowman to give, or Dr. Bowman, I should say, I apologize for that, an update on the UPK.
Sure. So we have sent out the postcards to all of the families in Garden City so that they are informed about when we are going to have our lottery. The Google Forms to sign up for the lottery will open up on January 27th, and they will be open through the end of that week, January 31st. We will be having the lottery on February 7th. In the meantime, we've updated the UPK website on our district website, so please check it out. It's under Parent Resources, under Registration, under UPK. And if there are any questions about whether your child is eligible for UPK this year, we put up a tool, a calculator to determine based on their birthday, what year they will be eligible for pre-K, kindergarten, and first grade, sorry.
Thank you, Dr. Bowman. And we're also putting something in our Garden City News about our kindergarten registrations. So we look forward to welcoming our newest learners in our district. I also wanted, I know Ms. Vivona is here and Ms. Nelson to give an update on the occupational therapy. This was something that we said we would share with the board, OT and PT services in December.
Hi. Okay, so with regards to OT, we analyzed our data looking at the district's needs over the past several years, as well as current supports being provided. We're working closely with HR, Mrs. McLaughlin, Garden City Teachers Association, Mr. Cotter, who is fully on board, as well as our attorneys, with establishing terms and conditions so that we can get a district employed occupational therapist. Very exciting. Currently, we are fully staffed, and if there are any changes, I will surely let Dr. Sinha know. We also have a couple of other things going on in PPS.
Can you also, just in terms of, I know we, in the beginning of the year, we had talked about makeup services for our students that had missed last year. Could you give an update on that also?
Absolutely. We have, within all of our buildings, we have the makeups being done throughout the course of the school year. We're working with the current providers who are giving the direct service to students, and they will be doing it during the course of the school year at a time that's mutually agreed upon with the student's schedule so that we're not impacting learning.
And are we confident that'll be done?
Oh, absolutely.
The school year?
Yep.
Great. And while you're up there, could you just give a little bit more update? I know we have talked about a couple of items that I think would be important for our community and our board members to hear about.
Sure. December is Disabilities Awareness Month. So impressed with all the activities throughout our buildings. They're building awareness across all of our schools, from small group stations, whole class push-in lessons, and even a visit of a therapy dog to 2 of our elementary buildings. Ms. Nelson and I had a wonderful time stopping by last week to the Scepter Bowling fundraiser. The support of this community is absolutely amazing. Just a little plug, our next general meeting for SEPTA is February 4th at noon at the community center. So I hope everybody will come by. Within the buildings, we started our articulation meetings specifically for those students who are transitioning between buildings. So primary to elementary, elementary to middle, middle to high, talking to staff, really looking at programs themselves in preparation for annual review season, which starts after the February break. And then also we, in PPS, we are starting to work on a partnership with the Garden City Library to bring in activities that are inclusive and appropriate for all of our learners at the local library.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Vivona.
Thank you.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I just want to say, so all compensatory services are being handled.
Correct.
Wonderful. And please, if you see like an uptick or something that is of concern that you believe we won't be able to handle OT or PT, please feel free to reach out to us at any time.
Will do. Thank you.
Okay. How are we with speech? Okay?
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thanks, Ms. Vona. And I also have just a couple of other items. We have our annual Hoops for Hope that's scheduled for February 25th. And this is a longstanding tradition. It's always a fun event and for a wonderful cause. There are several agenda items. One is we have, you'll see 2 retirements on the agenda. One is for Miss Nancy Gallagher, a mathematics teacher here at the high school. She's been in the district for 24 years, and we'll definitely honor her and all of our retirees in June. She's retiring, and also Mr. Kenneth Hunt. He is one of our bus drivers, and you know, he'll be retiring after 6 years in the district as well. And this evening, we're accepting, you'll see on the agenda, a bullet 8 grand in the amount of $50,000. And, you know, we want to thank our local leaders for giving us that money, and we'll be using it to fund purchase ELA materials. There's also a cooperative agreement with Mineola Schools for transportation, where we'll be transporting one of their students, and they'll be also assisting us. And this is a great example of how, as districts, we work together. And then you'll also see on the agenda, there is a MOA with the CSEA to incorporate our supervisory aides in the agreement. So we thank the CSEA for working with us to get this MOA finalized. And then finally, you know, we have the 2 weeks. Friday is the last day, and then our kids are off for 2 weeks. And, you know, we want to wish everyone happy holidays and the very best for a wonderful 2025. It's hard to believe the year is ending, or this, not the school year, but just the year is ending. That's it.
Thank you. Are there any reports or questions from the board?
I just had a quick question for Dr. Bowman. The UPK, it may be too early to say, but are we expecting that there would be a spot for every child in the district that would like to attend our universal pre-K program? And is the lottery, just wondering the details, like what would the lottery actually be for?
So for the first question, our hope is that there is a spot for every student who is eligible and wishes to attend. We did go out to RFP so that we can procure more spots than we have this year. Depending upon the outcome of that process, that will determine how many seats we have, which also will determine some of the specifics around how the lottery is going to take place. However, prior to the lottery taking place, we will make sure to publish all of the details around exactly what process is going to take place, what it means when you get your number, and when, you know, when you log on to watch us do the lottery via Zoom. So all of that will be published on the website as well. And I will send a parent square out if that's something that we can do at that time, though it might be better to do it a different way, as some of the families won't yet be in our system. But we're certainly working on all of those details. In fact, we spent a number of hours today trying to work on some of them as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Next is citizens' questions or comments. Nope. You disappointed me. Well, to make more efficient use of the meeting time, the Board of Education authorizes the use of the consent agenda as part of the meeting agenda. The consent agenda allows for one motion to approve multiple items, and such items are identified on the agenda. The President of the Board will ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda and will ask if board members wish to have a discussion or clarification on specific items contained within the consent agenda. Following the discussion, the board will then vote on the consent agenda motion. In addition, a board member may request to have an item removed from the consent agenda in order to vote the motion separately. At this time, may I have a motion to approve the consent agenda, which includes business of the board items H1 through H6, personnel matters items I1 through I9, business office matters J1 through J13, and special education matters items K1 through K3.
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye. Is there any new business from the board or the administration? Future Board of Education meetings. The next one will be Tuesday, January 14th, 2025 at 8:15. It's a public work session here at the high school. And then Tuesday, January 28th, Board of Education regular session at 8:15. Hope everybody has a, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year. At this time, I have a motion that there be no further business to come before the board, that the meeting is adjourned.
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye.